Understanding and acknowledging child sexual abuse has been a long neglected task in our society, which means that many people do not even know what child sexual abuse is.
Child sexual abuse is complicated, but it boils down to sexual behavior directed at an individual that is below the age of consent.
Sexual abuse occurs when a child has been tricked, trapped, manipulated, or otherwise coerced into acts that they do not have the capacity to consent to.
Sexual abuse can be individual incidents, but also long-term abusive relationships.
And sexual abuse is statistically perpetrated more by family members and close friends than by strangers.
And the number of sexual abuse victims are staggering, as 1.8 million adolescents in the U.S. have suffered from sexual abuse.
And despite cultural misconceptions, 18% of those abused children are boys.
The statistical probability of child sexual abuse is that 1 in 6 boys and 1 in 4 girls will be sexually abused prior to adulthood.
Minority children and children of color face even worse odds than their Caucasian counterparts.
Some statistics claim that African American children are twice as likely to suffer from sexual abuse.
And Hispanic and Latino children are not much less likely.
However, underreporting of child sexual abuse is rampant, and the fact that only 60% of children suffering from sexual abuse display symptoms contributes to this.
Low reporting of abuse is also aided by parents who react negatively to their child coming forward about abuse.
Some parents even punish their children for coming forward,
Or they may blame the child for the abuse itself.
These circumstances contribute to the calculated probability by the U.S. Department of Justice that 30% of sexual abuse instances go unreported.
Beyond race and gender, there are many factors that contribute to sexual violence and underreporting, including socioeconomic status and military status.
Children of lower socioeconomic status are calculated as being 3 times more likely to experience sexual trauma.
The statistics and circumstances of those children in military families are much more disturbing.
This is because the instances of reported sexual abuse is far below the national average.
This disparity, about 840 reported cases to 1 million military dependents, is statistically improbable.
The situation of child sexual abuse in the military is further complicated by the fact that there are more people in military jails for sex crimes than any other crime.
Within the military, there is intentional secrecy regarding child sexual abuse, as it is not included in the Department of Defense's annual report to Congress regarding sexual violence in the military.
This contributes to our national culture of silence regarding child sexual abuse, and that the taboo nature of the acts makes it a taboo subject of discussion.
Many people justify this secrecy as protection for the victims, but in truth, it mostly protects abusers.
In this culture, perpetrators feel safe to carry out their crimes, as they are not only disastrously less likely to be reported,
but their crime is also rarely discussed openly like robbery and assault, as they all are crimes.
Thus, it is our responsibility,
as knowledgeable and responsible Americans,
family,
friends,
teachers,
and citizens,
to burst the bubble surrounding sexual abuse,
to encourage survivors to speak out with their story,
to support victims in reporting,
and seek to advocate for their voices.
So, support local and national projects advocating for child sexual abuse victims and survivors.
And if you are a survivor or a victim,
please remember that there are resources available to you.
Check the description box below for information regarding advocacy projects and support resources.
And remember that you are not alone.